Oblique Seville's 9.87 destroys Noah Lyles in their 100-meter rematch at the Lausanne Diamond League, as I had predicted. Race highlights included. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button to continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video each once a day in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, una ready? Yep, good to go. Well, at the Panama Games 2025 in the finals of the 100 meters, Jamaica's Alana Reid and Serena Cole were unable to medal in the finals. The race was won by Bascom of Trinidad and Tobago. Jamaica's Serena Cole took fourth in a time of 11.47. The winner, of course, ran 11.19. And Alana Reid took seventh in 11.71 seconds.
Partido va a llegar a final de los 100 metros, ya nos empezó por el carril central. República Dominicana, Jamaica, atención, Trinidad y Tobago.
At yesterday's Lausanne Diamond League, several Jamaicans were, of course, in contention for medals and money. Let's first start with the women's 100 meters hurdles, one of the most unpredictable races in current track and field history. And I'm going to keep saying it, perhaps the most exciting race in track today, because people on any given day, there are about 7 or 8 women who could win, and I'm talking about win convincingly. Repping for the island of Jamaica was Megan Tapper, the current national champion, and Akira Nugent, last year's national champion in the event. The event, however, was won by this young lady, Nadine Visser. The young lady who reps for the Netherlands has been doing really well on the circuit recently. She's having a great 2025 season in women's 100 meters hurdles. The young lady, well, under horrendous conditions. People, may I tell you, the athletes were performing in terrible conditions yesterday at the Lausanne Diamond League. I mean, it was pouring rain. It was a true, I'm not about drizzle. They were running in horrendous conditions. So the times weren't as one would have anticipated. Now, I'm not joking. Most people were surprised that Visser won this one. And she won in a time of 12.45 seconds, not the fastest, with Masai Russell, who has been really on fire, coming second in 12.53. Kambunji, the Taji Kambunji, who I've been talking about, ran 12.54 to take third. Jamaica's Akira Nugent is trying to find that form. She ran fourth with 12.57. Toby Amerson took fifth in 12.82. Megan Tapper ran seventh in 13.06 seconds. Here is that race highlight.
Russell out sharply, also Amerson away, and Kenny Harrison's got a good start over in lane 2, and Kambunji's right in the mix here, and also going well is Visser, who's absolutely storming through. It's going to be Nadine Visser who's going to take this. Kambunji right up there.
So Visser takes the win here under horrendous conditions. Do not underestimate her, people. She is a contender. She's in that top 8 I keep telling you about, and I'm going to keep saying it. With the women's 100 meters hurdles, it is who is most proficient on the day. You could be the most dominant person, and on the day you clip a hurdle, and that's that. And like I said, they were running under terrible conditions, so congratulations to her. Nugent looks like she's trying to find back that form, as is Tapper.
Introducing Peter Lloyd World merchandise, where style meets comfort. From trendy tees to cozy hoodies, we've got something for everyone. Elevate your wardrobe with our high-quality, fashionable designs that make a statement. Whether you're hitting the streets or chilling at home, Peter Lloyd World has you covered. Shop now and upgrade your look with Peter Lloyd World merchandise. Available exclusively at Peter Lloyd World. Link in description below.
Over in the long jump pit, Jamaica's Kerry McLeod, as well as Tajay Gale. And yes, I'm going to say it, Wayne Pinnock, because he's still repping for Jamaica. You know, nothing I know why I'm even call him name, but we have to do this. It is proper protocol. All three young men rep for the island at the Lausanne Diamond League in the long jump. Again, the conditions were terrible. They were jumping in the rain. I mean, when their foot hit the board, it was like just a massive splash. All this must have impacted the athletes. So the jumps weren't awesome. The winner was Navarro, who jumped 7.84 to take the win. The Jamaican who podiumed on the night is Tajay Gale, who took third with a jump of 7.71 meters. Kerry McLeod came fourth with 7.67, and Wayne Pinnock jumped 7.61 to take fifth position. People may know, but he's still wearing the flag, so we have to mention it. Here's Kerry McLeod's jump.
Kerry McLeod, third round as well.
Next up, Tajay Gale, of course, who came third, as I just said.
Tajay Gale goes in the men's long jump. He's in fifth place at the moment.
And finally, Wayne Pinnock's jump.
Hammer earlier on with the lead of 7.72. This is Wayne Pinnock.
Now, although there were no Jamaicans repping in the women's 200 meters, it's one of my favorite races, so we had to talk about this. The race was won by the USA's Brittany Brown, who seems to be coming into form with 22.23, again, horrendous conditions. Favor Ofili, who's always in that top three of Nigeria, ran 22.31 to take second, with Marie-Josée Talou-Smith of Côte d'Ivoire running 22.37, the season's best, to take third. Now in fourth was the 400-meter champion, the unstoppable virtually, Paulino. I get what she's doing. She's doing some speed work here. And she ran fourth, people, on a horrendous condition, so you have to big her up. Understand that Paulino beat the likes of Dina Asher-Smith, who came fifth in a time of 22.64, and Daryl Nita, who came seventh in a time of 22.73. Pretty impressive. Here is that race highlight.
Lane 3, it's all to play for here as they come down to the home straight there, right in the middle. It looks as though Brittany Brown just moving away, and in 2, Talou-Smith is coming. It's going to be Brittany Brown from Ofili, Talou-Smith for third place, into a very slight head.
So awesome winner by Brittany Brown under terrible conditions, but I gotta be honest with you, Paulino really impressed me with that one. Now on to the man of the hour. Now, I'd said in several previous videos, and I mean several, that the truth of the matter is, having beaten Noah Lyles in 5 times in the last 18 months, once Oblique Seville of Jamaica was healthy, 2, once he had gotten Noah Lyles out of his head, because I'm going to keep saying this, Noah Lyles wins by getting into your head, and 3, once he believed enough in himself and he had passed the barrier psychologically regarding his injury. And some of you just don't understand what I'm talking about, but whenever you're injured, people, it's not just your physical injury that impacts you. That injury also impacts you psychologically. Your body remembers the pain and the agony and what you went through. So once you push yourself to a certain point, your body shuts you down. The body says, stop. If we get injured again, we're not going to go through this. So at the Lausanne Diamond League, he once again raced Noah Lyles. And I had said in a previous video, which I'm going to prove a little later on, I've said it several times, that Noah Lyles will never beat a healthy Oblique Seville ever again. It's just never going to happen. I don't care what all of you fanatics think. And I'm, fanatics, because I deal in the numbers, not how I feel. He can't beat him again. He's beaten him 5 times, people. 5 times. In the last 6 meetings. And the only time he did not beat him was at the finals of the Paris Olympic Games, which I know you're going to say is what matters, but where they stood up for 5 to 7 minutes, which means that injured Oblique Seville would have gotten cold, and running, it would have aggravated his injury, which is exactly what happened. And he still managed to run 9.91, if my memory serves me correctly. So he trounced Noah Lyles and the entire field under horrendous conditions. The only person to run a sub 10, running 9.87, running through a deluge, a storm. And And I mean, you really have to understand the significance of that one. So we had predicted this, and what we knew was going to happen, happened. Now, the only thing I can't do in predictions is predict injury. If the athlete is injured, people, I'm probably going to be off, So anyway, let's get into the race itself before we really get into the video, this part of the video. Now, as I stated, Oblique Seville won this one in a time of 9.87 seconds, with Noah Lyles taking second in 10.02, and Jamaica's Akeem Blake ran the same time but was given third in 10.02. Akane Simbini took fourth in 10.05. Zarnell Hughes came fifth in 10.09. Here is that race highlight.
Good start from Oblique Seville. Oblique Seville at the moment has got the lead on the rest of the field, but Noah Lyles likes to charge at the end. Oblique Seville streaking away from the field here. He takes a second Diamond League win. 9.87 for Oblique Seville into a very, very slight wind. But that is some serious...
Note what Oblique Seville said after this race in one of his post-race interviews. Listen.
But to perform in this condition and running 9.8, and I am the only person that run under 10 seconds again in this condition, showing that I have something special coming up for Tokyo.
And further to this, Yardi Sports has this really cool caption of another interview he did where it says, Oblique Seville says, quote, running 9.87 in those conditions shows I can go much faster anywhere in the world. That's a good time. I've beaten the Olympic champion twice in London and here, and that gives me a lot of confidence heading into the World Championships. Now, as for the Olympic champion, Noah Lyles said this after the Lausanne Diamond League race.
Physically, I feel great. Disappointed that I couldn't show it in there, but physically, I feel really good. And I think, again, every race has been getting better and better, so I'm not worried.
And then I have to once again show you this interview post his London thrashing of Noah Lyles and the entire field, where he declared that, and I'm going to keep saying it, I have never heard this young man speak like this in all the years I've been covering him, meaning Oblique Seville, where he said this.
So when I win at the World Championship, everyone can say what they want to say.
Yeah.
Because I know for sure I'm going to.
Now, we often make predictions here at Peter Lloyd World, and the truth is we have about a batting average of about 70%. Now, there have been moments like last year with Sharika Jackson where there was an injury issue, so we were just off. But we try to follow the numbers, and I have some friends who one of them said recently that my predictions age badly, which is actually completely inaccurate, which is why they said it. I tend to be very correct. I've been saying for years, this young man is unimaginably dangerous. The problem he was having was injury, and not just the injury, but also the psychological barrier. Like I said earlier in the video, pain, if you tear a bicep doing a bicep curl at the gym, that's a lot of pain. So even after you've done surgery, you've healed, every time you pick up a dumbbell to do that curl, your body's going to say, yo, we're not doing that, because that was a very painful experience. Now, in my most recent video about Oblique Seville, I said this. Listen carefully. This was my prediction. And I've said it in other videos, but listen to what I said. Lyles comes on in the last 30 to 40 meters. If you are far enough ahead of him and as fast as Oblique Seville, he cannot catch you. Why Lyles tends to win is two things. One, psychologically people are afraid of him. I'm going to tell you I'm right. He's doing a Muhammad Ali. It's Noah Lyles, I'm going to beat you. He does what Muhammad Ali did. Get into your head. I don't think he can do that with Oblique Seville ever again. Seville has beaten him twice, not beaten him, trounced him, trashed him, beat the crap out of him over the 100 meters. So I believe Noah Lyles is going to have a problem beating Seville after this point. No matter how much he improves in the next 6 weeks, I don't see him catching Oblique Seville. If Oblique Seville remains healthy, it's game over for Noah Lyles. Now this, of course, is my 2 cents. Of course, that prediction remains. The fact of the matter, people, is that there are a couple of things that no one is talking about. Well, one, Oblique Seville ran 9.87 in a hurricane. I'm talking about not the wind, but the rain. It was unimaginable. It was really terrible. No one else in that field broke 10 seconds. No one else. No one else. And he ran 9.87. So under normal conditions, with normal wind, he was going to be running a sub 9.80 quite easily. There's no question. And I'm going to say it again. This may be the man to beat at the upcoming World Championships. The World Championships is really between two Jamaicans, Kishane and this young man. And I want you to understand that something happened with him. And it wasn't at the Lausanne Diamond League. I'm going to say this again. That entire drama that took place in the finals of the men's 100 meters at the Jamaican National Championships 2025, when he felt something, and despite all of that, when he was convinced to run, the fact that he ran such an incredible time off after all that stress, I think he made that psychological breakthrough. He realized, and I mean, you keep misunderstanding. Some of you keep saying, well, he was always confident. No, actually, that's not true. He was not. He was worried that if I push my body is going to break, because it has happened to him on several occasions. 1, 2, he has come that close to the podium on several occasions, and every time he didn't make it, it was mostly because of injury or lack of experience. So what happened to him at the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica, in the finals of the men's 100 meters, we saw a new Oblique Seville. Secondarily, that statement he made after the Lausanne Diamond League, where he said, I am going to win world championships, is one I've never heard him say. And I want you to really grasp that he's not being braggadocious. He's not screaming this from the mountaintop. He's not doing a Noah Lyles. He's not trying to get into anyone's head. He is saying, I know unequivocally what I can do. And if he can run 9.87 in a deluge, in a tsunami, in a monsoon, he could probably have ran a 9.77. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. He looked to me as if he could have ran at 9.77. Now, there's no way to calculate that. This is me just guesstimating, which is something I try not to do. But I'm going to say it to you again. The only way Noah Lyles is ever going to beat this young man again is if he drops literally in the race or he's injured. Noah Lyles knows he can't beat him again because the edge that Noah Lyles had was psychological. Noah Lyles is a great champion. He's done a lot of great stuff for the sport. He's given us a spotlight. I rate him for that. But he's never been really fast. He's no Usain Bolt. He's no Johan Blake. He's not running crazy times. He's okay. I mean, he's fast. But he ain't running those sub 9.7s. He's not running those mid 9.75s. And I think even if he's able to do this, I think it's over. Because here's the thing. The fact that he's been trounced by this young man on 5 occasions and beaten, whooped, beaten the crap out of, as I said in the last video. I think this is now affecting Noah Lyles. It must. He was running his heart out and nothing happened. I also want you to understand, and I saw some media person say he ran past Noah Lyles. He never ran past Noah Lyles, Lion. Noah Lyles was never in the picture. He led from gun to tape. Gun to tape. There was no one in the field even close to him. It's game over. The only person who can challenge this young man at this point is Kishane Thompson. And he better execute right. He better execute right. So may I say it again? Noah Lyles can't beat this man ever again unless him drop, him pull out of the race, or he's injured. And none of those three things are going to happen. And I think Noah Lyles knows this. I'm not sure who can beat him now. Only probably Kishane. There's nobody else running in his league at this point. There's just nobody. Kenny Benwick? Nope. Nobody. Now the women's 100 meters hurdles. The Jamaicans are getting back. It's just unpredictable, people. Russell has been like a machine. She's in incredible form. 12-22, 12-17, them there's some insane times. And Vista still beat her because of the conditions. Rossi hit several hurdles between, I think, it looked to me like about 4 and 8. She just kept hitting them. Nugent, she seems to be fine, just trying to find back that kind of form. She's just not back there yet. Tapper, same thing. Amosan, I mean, this is just I cannot give you a prediction as to who's going to win. As far as we know, Daniel can win. Anybody can. Any of these top 8 women can actually win on the day. So there's really no way to predict it. It just can't be done. As I said, it's really about the technicality. All these women are pretty close in terms of the times. So it's who is going to execute best on the day under the stress and the pressure. Paulino, yeah, that impressed me. So there you have it. Lyles cannot beat Oblique Seville ever again. That is if Seville is healthy, he didn't fall in the race, and he didn't pull out. And I'm 1,000,000% certain. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I'd absolutely love to hear your thoughts. Now, don't forget to support the channel. Check out our merch store at printify.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and hit the like button. Remember, your royals, kings, and queens. Bless up!